Hello there, beautiful people, and welcome once again to the Goal Euro Show. My name is Osereme. Now, as you know, this is the show where we talk all things Euro 2020. I do not walk alone on this show, as I have got a man who I like to say is quite insightful, even though sometimes he tries to form humble. His name is Babajide Guerrero.
You know, humility and we are like 5 and 6. You go and, you know, but it's a great feel. Thank you very much, Jose. It's always a pleasure to be here on the Euro show, powered by Booster 99. And of course, it's a good time to be alive. Yeah,
this of course is powered by Booster 99. That is where you need to visit to place all your bets. Now it's time for us to talk about things from the Euro 2020 tournament. Are you ready?
Yes, I am. Born ready. Ready for this.
So, I mean, 2 episodes ago, we spoke about Africans in the tournament, right? And either by birth or heritage, we have African players representing African nations at the tournament, playing for different countries in Europe. Now, we've talked about players from France, but yes, we're sticking to France. We talked about Mbappe, we've talked about N'Golo Kante, who I kind of think is your favorite, if I'm not mistaken. So today, let's talk about other players. I mean, we've got the stylish Paul Pogba, we've got Zuma, we've got Steve, and a whole lot of other players. So talk to me about these players.
I think there's this show that we used to watch when we were growing. There's a theme song on that show. The theme song says, it doesn't matter where you come from, as long as you're a black man, you're an African. Now, a lot of people said, it's not correct. Some people say some people are not Africans, but yeah, they're black. But bottom line is, the African root runs deep all around the world. And it's difficult for you to find a French team that has never had an African on board. You know, since post-France 98, Lilian Thuram, Zinedine Zidane, and ever since then, they've been having French boys come up. Pogba is just one of the Pogbas. He has like 2 brothers, 2 twin brothers that actually also play in France. One used to play for Saint-Étienne, the other one plays in Belgium. They are all French boys who, you know, at one point play for France. And of course, Steve Mandanda, he used to be one of those. He's a fine goalkeeper, but unfortunately for, you know, sometimes I'll say people come in time in life where you are good at what you do, but because there's somebody better in a position, it doesn't make you bad. But unfortunately, every time it's your turn, it's never your turn, because there's always one boy coming through the ranks and doing better. Steve Mandanda was second choice at a point. Was an understudy to Fabien Barthez back in the days. Greg Coupe back in the day. These days is Hugo Lloris. It's quite difficult for him to get into that first team, but he's one of those players that's always be there. And then of course, Kurt Zuma, Congolese parents. You know, so it's always, for me, it's like hey, that's my brother. That's my elder brother or younger brother. I mean, they have more money, so my elder brother.
But even aside, let's just quickly touch on this. Even aside saying that France has like the most players of African descent, do you think like in general France has like the most multicultural players?
I agree. Different value, different cultural heritage, different kind of background. So
now, very quickly, we've talked about France now. Now it's time for us to do focus, or place focus rather, on a particular country. This time around we're talking about the Netherlands. I would have been in Amsterdam if not for this show. Yes, that's the honest truth. I was meant to travel to Amsterdam, but you know, I mean, Go said they needed me, Booster 99 said they needed me, so here I am.
I mean, and I needed you as well.
I'm not humble like you.
Exactly.
So I mean, Netherlands is known for its cycling routes, tulip fields and windmills. And personally, do you have like any, I mean, I don't think you've been to the Netherlands.
No, not yet.
Okay, but do you have any vision, or do you have any scope of the country?
On Google Map. I used to go to the Netherlands every time, Google Map.
So do you have any idea about the Dutch?
Yeah, the Orange, they like to call them, the Orange boys. Over the years, they've been they've always been the bridesmaid, never the bride at football tournaments. They're always semi-finalists, quarter-finalists. They are there at the periphery of things, but they've not been able to influence themselves. Their golden generation was so good that they got to the semi-finals of the World Cup in 1998 with a fine boy called Patrick Kluivert. But it was not good enough. They've been that nearly team. I don't think this team, even with Virgil van Dijk, unfortunately he's injured.
He's injured, yeah.
But if at all he was still there, I still don't think they've got that squad depth. But one of the things that globally the Dutch have been able to do to the world is that they've been able to sensitize the world on the use of bicycles. It's quite difficult for you to see even the billionaires or millionaires in Holland or Netherlands driving big cars. Everywhere they've got a bike station, everybody's got a bike routine, and then there's this culture, this tradition of great food, great people, very homely, and they love reggae music actually. In fact, one of their biggest clubs and one of their most successful clubs, AFC Ajax, their theme song is Bob Marley's "Don't Worry About a Thing." That's their song. Just the way Liverpool's God Never Walk Alone. Yeah. So they are just happy people. But I hope this particular tournament can bring smiles to the face of every Dutch guy. Yeah,
but still speaking about the tournament, I mean, they're in Group C against Austria, Ukraine, North Macedonia. Definitely, personally, I think that this is actually one of the weakest teams, actually, the weakest groups in the tournament. And if they do not succeed and scale through this, it's definitely going to raise eyebrows and, I mean, questions for the team and definitely Coach Frank. But this is just me. Do you think that Netherlands have got what it takes to beat Ukraine, North Macedonia, and Austria from the group stage?
I agree. Yes, as poor as their team look, compared to when you put them against the likes of Germany and France, I still not as if they are poor. But I also think quite strongly that they can. I mean, if you don't beat North Macedonia, no disrespect.
Yeah, you can't beat any of that.
You can't beat any of that team, no disrespect. I mean, even the fact that they got there, Macedonia, Austria, these are teams that they are not, you won't call them powerhouses in the world of football. They are not there to make up their numbers. They've got the potential of ruffling the feathers of the big boys. But I think Netherlands can deliver against these teams.
Okay. So now it's time for us to talk about 99999999999. So as you guys know, Mr. 99, at the end of the tournament, we will be rewarding one lucky winner with 999,999 naira. Oh, Father Lord in heaven. But weekly, Sha, you still have the opportunity to win 99,000 naira. This week, we're talking about England versus Scotland. The odds for England versus Scotland. What is going on?
I'm just here thinking that me and me are talking. One person will just come on the day of the final, they are calling
999. So many.
That person must come to this studio. 10% is sure. Yes, he's not leaving me.
But let's very quickly touch on England versus Scotland and Portugal, Germany. England, their last game against Croatia, the game ended 1-0. Right, and now they take on England takes on Scotland. Scotland, personally, at the beginning of the tournament, I placed a bet and I said, like, between my friends, and I said they're going to be the team with the least amount of goals.
I think
that's what I feel. I mean, because they're not really a goal scoring side. But if you were to place your bet on England, Scotland, Portugal, Germany, very quickly, how would you be staking?
I think Germany will defeat Portugal. Yes, and I think England will defeat Scotland just because they've got more quality. But
okay. So here are the odds for this game, and let's stake on Mr. 99. And that, of course, was the odds for those games. Remember to stake on Booster 99 for the fastest payout. Now, we've been talking to you about a lot of 9s and weekly 99s. Well, we have our very first winner, and he's on standby to speak with us and, of course, convince you that this is real. Kende Adeshina, how are you doing today?
Oh, I'm fine, man. Thank you very much.
Okay, but the thing is, you won 99,000 naira from Booster 99. So what do you have to say to Booster 99?
Okay.
What do you have to say? Do you want to say thank you to Booster 99?
I said thank you to Booster 99. I'm really excited about the funds. I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
Okay, thank you so much. Remember to tell your family and friends that you can win on Booster 99, and I will send you my account details later. You can forward me small thing, maybe just 9K, so me too I can stake and win. Thank you so much for talking to us. Now, last but not the least, it's time for us to talk about one of the big guns in the competition. I mean, this name always causes controversy, from Premier League to Serie A to La Liga, and he's won across all these leagues. He's currently captain of the reigning European champions, that's Portugal. And I know you guys already know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about none other than CR7, Cristiano Ronaldo. Yes, personally, I'm a favorite of CR7. And his style of play, I mean, will go down in history as second to none. He's fantastic. like words, I'm not trying to worship or glorify anybody, but I mean words can't describe Ronaldo's
you're a Ronaldo fan.
skills. I'm a Ronaldo fan.
When you're saying, I said something Ibare in local dialect for our international audience means Your Majesty, Your Honor. He's a senior man. He's not a senior man, that's disrespectful. He's an ancestor. Cristiano ancestor Ronaldo. It doesn't come bigger or better. I don't like talking about him, especially because there's another layer of Messi.
Yeah,
but I think you should give Ronaldo the honor. There's no player in the history of world football that is as hardworking as Cristiano Ronaldo, and I think those hard work has actually paid off because this show, the whole time we have for this show will elapse. We keep talking about
him, yeah.
But I think it's important to know that he's just 5 goals away from the all-time highest scorer for international football. He has grown. I saw a video of him last 2 years where Anderson and Ferdinand were at a Manchester United dinner many years ago, and then he said, the reporter was asking him, who do you think is the best player in the world? Ferdinand said, I think Maradona. Anderson said, I think Pele. Ronaldo said, I think me. He was 19 at that time. That for me goes beyond talk. He's a guy that has talked the talk and walked the walk.
And he's also Portugal's all-time highest goal scorer. So we can go on and on, like you said, talking about Ronaldo, and we would never leave here. But thank you so much, Babajide, for once again coming to grace this wonderful set with me.
Yep.
It's been an absolute honor. Absolutely. And I've learned 1 or 2 things.
Thank you,
So guys, there you have it, folks. This is a wrap. But we hope to see you in the very next episode. And remember, this entire experience is brought to you by Booster 99. So till we'll come your way in the very next episode, I remain Osereme and he remains Babajide Guerrero. I like the way that name just goes. It's bye for now, guys.